Hi, welcome to today's healing. I'm Kristen, and if you're joining me today, that means that you are ready to make a change in yourself and the world around you. We're talking about part 8 today of the Power versus Force series by Dr. David Hawkins, and we are going to be talking about courage, which vibrates at a level 200. This is the gateway to the positive, and this is positive because, it vibrates at 200. So, this is the true level of empowerment. It's exploration, accomplishment, fortitude, determination. And this is where we have that oomph to keep moving. This is where we make positive choices. This is where the conscious level really takes hold. The unconscious is your lower levels pretty much, and that is going to keep you steeped and cycling around in those lower levels. This critical level distinguishes the positive and negative influences of life. And again, this is where the unconscious and conscious start separating, where you are being conscious and aware of these positive choices and choices in general, where in the lower levels, they don't feel like they have a choice. They just can't see beyond their own misery and pain. And consciousness really comes about in courage, self-empowerment. Courage marks the passage to exciting, challenging, stimulating. That's exciting, isn't it? We're able to cope with, effectively handle the opportunities of life. And this is where we do see choices as opportunities. This is where, like, the unconscious will see opportunities but fight against them and say, I can't do that. That's not for me. It's never going to happen for me. But with courage at 200, we see opportunities as attainable, as a true choice for us to make and move forward. Power has evolved into higher consciousness and a gateway to the higher vibrational levels yet to come. And so we are going to have one foot moving toward the next level all the time. We have momentum because of our self-empowerment. Courage puts out as much energy as it takes in. Okay, the lower levels, you've heard it said before, they are energy vampires, and that they take more than what they put out. And their negative energy never ever can hit onto the positive. They can never give anything back. And that's why when we are in manipulative situations with people, we may have full-blown relationships with family members, lovers, men, women, and coworkers. Coworkers are notorious for being in that lower level vibrations and manipulating us. And I'm not going to say that we won't ever be triggered in these higher levels, but courage, we're still going to be triggered by past pain, but we're not going to fall back into those lower level vibrations. And that's how manipulators work. They hook in and trigger our past pain, and then they're able to manipulate us because we have hit that lower level manipulative ploy. And that can be scary. And this is when we start questioning, why did this happen? I remember this happened to me, and a psychopath 18 years ago latched onto me when I was very vulnerable. I was in psychotherapy, but he was like, an octopus with 8 tentacles, hooking into every vulnerability I had. And I remember journaling, and I would say, how is this happening? What is he hooking into? And I had to do a deep dive and figure out all of my vulnerabilities and all of the pain that I was still working through with my psychotherapist. And eventually, a year later, I was able to twist things around and get away safely. But it was one of the scariest moments. And then I had to have therapy for several years after, because he really did a number on me. And I have to say, he really effed me up. But I knew from my being so spiritual and with my gifts, I was able to really have great insight and helped myself a lot. And courage really pushed me. I was already at a higher level, but I had to fall back into courage to work through the old traumas and everything, and to work through the fear that this man left me with. It was awful. One of the worst experiences of my life. So it can happen to anybody, and I was vibrating at a higher level. It's the old traumas. So have the courage to go back and look at the pain from your past and work through it so that those lower level vampires cannot hook into you. Now I am very proficient at understanding manipulation, and nobody can hook into me. I just don't let it happen. So there is hope out there. We start digging into the past pain. I just said that. And then this is the level of self-encouragement. All right. So I hope this has helped today. And maybe you're at courage. Maybe you're a higher level, but need to be, looking at your past pain and trauma so that people aren't manipulating you. I remember watching all of these reality shows where I was studying manipulation and relationship dynamics. And I watched these for at least a year until I could really understand, excuse me, manipulation and relationship dynamics and how all of that interplays. And that really helped me move forward in my life as well. And now I don't watch reality TV because, I watch a lot of BritBox with my mom. She's 88. So anyway, okay, shall we do some energy work? All right, let's see where we're at today. I feel a lot in the crown. Let's do some work on the crown and the third eye again, because we're vibrating at a higher level and we want to bring in the positive energy of those higher levels beyond the 7, like 10. It's so exciting. There's a lot of energy coming in. My friends, we are really doing it right today. And if I'm going up to those higher levels like this for so long, that means that you that are watching are moving up that scale. And this is so exciting for me. This is why I do this. I don't get very many followers, or subscribers or likes or, viewers even. But to those that are watching, you're going to go on and really use your energy to counterbalance tens of thousands. So just remember that. You may be one person vibrating at a 250 or 300, but you are going to be counterbalancing tens of thousands of negative vibrational people. That's how much power you have. Now, let's balance out those chakras. You're going to start feeling different, I think. You're going to start having more of the higher vibrational levels coming in for yourself. All right. Well, I appreciate you today visiting with me, and I will see you next time. And if you do like this content and enjoy it and are learning anything from it at all, please hit subscribe and the like button. And you can always email me at todaysvibrationalhealing@gmail.com. All right. I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.